Legend has it that a single bite from this radioactive spider could turn someone into Spider-Man. Peter, writhing in intense pain, seemed to actually gain spider-like abilities. But a sudden explosion interrupted him. He didn't even get a chance to test his new powers before Dr. Octopus burst into the lab. Peter charged at him, aiming to kick him away, only to realize that he hadn't gained any spider powers at all. As the villains closed in, the two of them scrambled to escape. At the last second, they dove into an elevator. Osborn took control, sending it straight down to the underground labs. Osborn immediately began analyzing Peter's genes, trying to figure out why he hadn't mutated. It turned out that Peter hadn't changed because years of being Spider-Man had already given his body antibodies against spider venom. Meanwhile, Rhino kept pounding on the elevator, and Scorpion was hatching an even more vicious plan to destroy the building's energy core and blow the whole place up. The tower began to crumble. Peter frantically worked on a way to suppress his antibodies, only to discover something unexpected in his genetic map.
Could that be?
It has to be. The variants in your blood are extremely rare. That's why Ark had such a hard time replicating your powers. It wasn't just the spider that was special, Peter. It was you. It was always you.
After preparing the antibody inhibitor, he was ready to inject it. But by then, the energy core had been destroyed, and the Osborn Tower collapsed in a massive crash. Dr. Octopus looked on triumphantly as his enemies lay buried in the rubble. But suddenly, a stone slab lifted, and Peter miraculously survived. Seeing this, Dr. Octopus flew into a rage. Peter then found himself surrounded by the Sinister Six, forced to dodge blow after blow. His eyes caught sight of the restoration serum behind Dr. Octopus, the very thing that had stripped him of his spider powers. Using the serum, Peter successfully turned Vulture back into a normal human. Crossbones and Rhino were also restored, but just as he saved the three, Scorpion's tail slammed him across the room. When Kraven moved in to strike Peter, a steel beam crashed onto him, thrown by Vulture and Rhino to protect him. Before they could celebrate, Dr. Octopus struck again, sending them flying. At this point, Dr. Octopus had completely lost his temper. Humiliated after Peter taunted him with webs, he injected himself with the experimental serum.